Hi, my name is Ajay. I'm a musician and pianist and teacher. I used to have a website, but I'm taking it down. I'm documenting all my blogs on the website in this video playlist. Enjoy. Okay, annual recital in 2019. Let's go to that. So, I used to have annual recitals for my students every year. It used to happen 1 or 2 weeks after Studio Meraki's recital. Studio Meraki is a music school I still work at. It is run by my piano teacher Sonam. So that was a bigger event. So after that finished, I used to focus on my student recital. I used to have at a point around 15 to 20 students, and it used to happen in March usually, first half of March. So I used to have free time later in the month to celebrate my birthday and all. Anyway, so this was the recital in 2019. I used to have it at Furtado store only. They were very kind. They used to give us the piano, the space. They used to help us with certificates and some goodie bags and some snacks as well. So I'm very grateful to them. Uh, I'll just read out whatever is given over here. Most memorable moments. And by the way, I have some like really nice pictures from the recital because Gauri took the pictures. I had hired her as a photographer. Uh, okay, planning a recital is exhausting but a rewarding process. Students get a stage to perform with their fellow students. For some, it's a platform to share music. For others, it's a platform to face fears and perform on stage. Whatever the reason, it's an exciting process with so many things to learn. I'm sharing some of my most memorable moments. Yeah, so this picture is from a performance by Callan and Insia. They were performing Game of Thrones, and although the performance didn't go very well, uh, it was an arrangement that I made for them. Game of Thrones piano duet. Game of Thrones was quite big at that time. I think the final season had just come, or uh, I don't know. Yeah, but it was famous back then. Now no one watches Game of Thrones. The first line of guests is friends and family. Second line as well, and then we've got students and their parents and everyone else. We've got a drum set because Nick and I were playing a finale later on, Song for My Father. That's a piece by Horace Silva. I'll talk about that in just a minute. Rehearsals. The rehearsals took place at Furtado store, where it's possible to get distracted by a variety of things. There isn't much you can do about it except make yourself immune to the distractions. Here's a small snippet of distraction practice. Okay, now this tiny video, I probably wouldn't do it now because it's a little silly, but it was some idea that I got, so I just tried it out. So the central idea of it was you might get distracted by anything. I had seen a couple of students get distracted during performances, and then that just affects the performance. So I was like, okay, let's do a rehearsal where you are prone to distractions, but you still manage to focus right through it. So I had some tiny kids gang over here. That's Kartikeya, Laila, and Rayan. They were in charge of distracting the performers, and they used to just remove something from here, keep it there, etc., etc. And the performers had to finish the piece no matter what. The distractors were told not to disturb the sheet music directly or touch the performers in any way, but you can distract them in your own creative ways. But I wouldn't do that today. It's just a silly thing, but it was fun. On recital day, it doesn't matter if you give a good or bad performance. It's a nice place to be in. Everyone is rooting for you. They want to enjoy the music. They want you to enjoy the music. So why not go up on stage and give it your best shot? Playing a recital is exhausting, but it's a rewarding process. Yeah, I do agree with this. It's a safe space. Audience is good. They root for you. They clap for you, no matter how badly you play, because they know, right? It's not a professional performance. Yeah, but I do also think that since I've been performing quite a lot since 2023, that you need to perform more in order to get used to the in order to get rid of your fear of performing and to get better in general. What happens usually is at recitals, kids are very nervous because it's their first performance in 1 year. I mean, obviously, right? You need to have you need as a student you need to find more performance opportunities. As a teacher, you need to tell your students to find more opportunities, and you need to give them more opportunities as well. So here's a little silly moment Laila and I had. Laila is one of the students I teach, and she was, I don't know, 5 6 years old back then. She did not know how to bow to the audience. She knew how to bow, but I think she was a little nervous also. So we did not bow. We did not bow in sync. The audience was that side. There you go. Funny moment. We still laugh about it when we watch the video. Uh, okay, then Sonam gave a performance. She played Caprice a la Bolero by Clara Schumann. Sonam had won Conbrio, the national piano competition in 2017. This year she was going to go back to the competition as a guest artist, and the theme of the year was the theme of the performances of that year was women composers. So Sonam was playing a couple of pieces by Clara Schumann, and she was playing a concerto also. I think it was in that year as well, that year only. So she spoke about women composers, women in music, women performers, and she played the composition. So it was a nice inspiration and a motivational thing for the women students, the girl students, because those were in majority. If you see this group of students, out of 17, 18 students, I think 10 or 11 were women. So going back to that, Nick and I played a jazz piece after that. Song for My Father by Horace Silver, bluesy tune. It's a blues only, and so it was not really jazz. I had learnt the solo by memory and played the head and two cycles of Horace Silver's solo. So it was fun. Then we had a prize distribution. Furtados gave goodie bags and certificates and like few pencils and all in the bag. It was a nice moment. I made my parents distribute certificates, so that was cute. And photographs. So Gauri took amazing pictures. I was very happy with that. By the way, the setup was piano and keyboard as well. Here's Shlok playing his keyboard. The keyboard thing could have been actually more optimized because each student had their own keyboard that they uh, like everyone has their own registrations and they are more comfortable on their own keyboard. So it took us a little time to manage that. Sonam and I played a recorder piano duet also. Some pictures from prize distribution. Yeah, it was a fun recital.